Now that we've entered July, it's best to keep the heat outside of your home. Justin is here to tell us how they can help, and he brought his favorite assistant, Marley, on as well. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning. How's it going?
35 years, family-owned and operated business. You've been in the industry for 20 years with Rial. Just big picture, what services do you guys offer?
So we do a wide variety. We do commercial, we do residential. So any commercial needs you might have with new construction in that area. We're also really diving in deeper into our residential side. So regular maintenance, service, installs, anything a customer might need with their residential system.
All right, I got to ask you, what's your ideal sleeping temperature?
I like mine about 68. Okay. That's me. A lot of people like a little warmer.
Warmer?
But,
no,
yeah.
I'm going colder. Dude, I need 64 degrees if
there
I'm
you
sleeping.
Go.
I love that, and that's why I need your services, because I need air conditioning. Air conditioning is obviously probably pretty prevalent right now. What should people be asking? What kind of questions should they be asking an expert like yourself when it comes to kind of tuning up their AC?
Yeah, I mean, it's genuinely the right thing to do is make sure you're keeping an eye on that every year. Having somebody come out, clean it, check it, make sure everything's working properly. Biggest thing is you want to change your filters, make sure that's all good to go. I'd say every 30 to 90 days is what we recommend,
really?
Depending on the type filters that you have. But having an expert come out once or twice a year to really inspect that system really goes a long way with it. Keeps the efficiency up to date to where everything's going. If you have warranties on it, that's what keeps the warranty valid. But also just a peace of mind that you've had it looked at and nothing hopefully should come up out of the blue.
And it's amazing, Justin, how technology has evolved, because you're now using thermostat, like smart thermostats, so people could change their AC temp from the comfort of their own car if they're like at the grocery store.
Anywhere that they got a service.
Okay.
So we're carrier dealers, so they have a thing with IntelliSense to where not only does the customer get access to be able to change temps, get a monitor, get email notifications. I mean, imagine being out of town, even in the winter, and having something going on with your system, and then you get an alert. You could have a neighbor let an HVAC guy in and let us come over and take a look. But also Carrier gets the ability to monitor the system as well. And there's been times where we've been able to call customers that didn't even realize they were having a hiccup with their system, but Carrier saw it and sent us an email or a notification to let us know that there was an issue. We reached out to that customer and saved them some downtime.
Look, I know it's the first day of July. Nobody's thinking about their heaters right now, but winter will be here before you know it. What should people be doing with their heating system right now so it is fine-tuned for when November and October roll?
Absolutely. When we come out to do a routine air conditioner checkup, there's a portion of the air conditioner that's attached to the furnace. So we're still utilizing a portion of the furnace when we're using our air conditioner. So when we come and look at it, we kind of take a look at everything. We're keeping that section cleaned as well. So that way when wintertime comes, it hadn't just been left unattended the whole time. We've checked the look at that as well.
And I think what separates Rial from the rest of the area is your impact in the community.
Oh, absolutely.
This isn't just air conditioners and heaters and furnaces. What kind of things are you doing within the community in terms of festivals and golf tournaments?
Yes, so for over 4 decades, the Rial family has been a very key figure in our community. From the O'Ferry's golf tournament that they do, which is a big nonprofit that generates a lot of outdoor activities for the veterans and special needs kids. They also do a lot of big festivals that are in the Black Forest, which is the area that they live in. We're also doing something on the 5th of July up in Woodland Park at the music festival up there.
Yep.
So, and Danny has been a part of the community is not only with that, but with also generating more standards for his competitors and the HVAC community in general. Been on the Pikes Peak Mechanical Association board for as long as I've known him. So making sure that even the competitors have a place to work and operate within our community as well. So, I mean, they've just been a phenomenal family as far as the HVAC for almost 4 decades.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear cowboy hats because people who fix air conditioners are the real heroes of the world. What advice do you have for the next generation who's trying to fix ACs and furnaces? Marley will be working for you before you know.
Hopefully one day. I tell the young generation, because we got a lot of the old timers that are retiring and a lot of the new guys aren't coming in. So there's a lot of trade communities that are out there, especially in the El Paso County region. There's a lot of different things out there, but it's been a great trade for over 20 years. It's been sustained me. So there's a lot of good opportunities out there.
What's that initial consultation process like? What's that website, phone number? How can they get in touch?
Yeah, give us a call at Rial Heating and Air. We have a special going on for the summertime. We got a $59 tune-up special right now, so you can click in on our website. I'm pretty sure y'all are going to broadcast the website and the phone number there. Get it all going and just give us a call. We'd be happy to get you set up.
And that tune-up, it's $59. That's a $150 value.
Normally, so it's a great value. And we're not just coming in and just blowing the dust off. We're actually going to go through the entire system, check it out. We're not going to come in and recommend things that you don't need. We're not going to try to sell you stuff that you shouldn't have. If you have an issue, we'll discuss it with you, and if there's options that need to be brought about, then we'll go about that with you as well.
My apartment's always at 64 degrees, and it's thanks to Rial Heating and Air Conditioning. Thank you so
sir.
much. Marley, you'll be as cool as Justin in just a few years, all right? You can book an appointment online. A special thank you to Rial Heating and Air Conditioning for bringing us this segment.